think too much of it. I mean, it's the playoffs. It's the biggest time of the year. There's going to be a different narrative essentially after every game. And I've been on record. I talk about it a lot, just not riding the emotional roller coaster of a win or a loss. Just understanding that this core group, we've been through a lot of series together, a lot of games, a lot of moments. So just continue to rely on each other throughout, whatever we're going through.
How difficult is it to block out all of that discourse? Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Jason, what adjustment you guys did today to can fix another game?
I think one thing we tried to be more intentional about our spacing. Getting guys in the right spots. We always talk about respecting each other's space. And being intentional about what action we want to be in, and who we're trying to attack, or whatever the case may be. I think our spacing was a big part of that.
Jayson, after seeing so many quality looks not go down in the first two games, how much of a relief and a confidence booster was it to see the process and the results align more closely today?
It's just a matter of time. We're all professionals. We work really hard on our craft. We put a lot of time in. You understand there's times where your shot might not be falling, but it always balances out.
Jayson, I was going to ask that maybe it's just totally oversimplified analysis, but when that first three-pointer was like literally nothing but net, it didn't even touch the rim. Does it register? Do you feel like, all right, I'm in for a good night, or is that maybe way too oversimplified?
I mean, it's a great feeling when your shot is falling and you feel good and confident. As a basketball player, you feel great when your shot is going in, but it can't. That's not the end all be all. It's a lot more factors that go into the game, obviously, but that's a very important one for sure.
Do you sense it took anything out of them? I mean, when you guys start, whatever it was, 6 out of 7, do you see any shoulder sagging or anything like that? Like, damn, they're out today.
No, I wasn't paying too much attention to their body language or anything.
Jason, Joe has stressed over and over to us about cutting down live ball turnovers. Obviously, you never want to turn the ball over. Over the course of the game, what's the key to kind of having awareness to it, having a rhythm that you're not doing that? What kind of can get behind that, make sure you don't do that?
I mean, yeah, they're a really talented team. So you start giving them opportunities in transition, to run, and guys start getting open threes and layups. The half-court shots, start to become a little easier. So, taking care of the ball is essential to any game plan, regardless of whoever you playing. You got to take care of the ball.
Jayson, over the course of the regular season, you guys had some of those inexplicable losses at home, and then you go on the road and dominate on the road, kind of answer a lot of questions. Why is that happening again? Is it just like a weird thing that's happened? And what is it about after those really tough losses at home that getting on the road kind of snaps some things into focus?
Home court is important. Being great in front of our fans is important, and how much we value their support. But at the same time, right, if you want to be special, if you want to be great, you got to win some games on the road. But more importantly, it's just about responding, right? We want to be perfect. We want to, win every game. Essentially, it's not going to happen. But how do you respond to those moments, is equally important as well.
Jason, all the great NBA players, they all wanted to put a statement in MSG, especially when people have been talking about, this is the most important Knicks game in this century. And do you feel like after this game, you already put your statement at MSG and showing people what type of player you are under such pressure?
No, I wasn't trying to prove anything today to anybody. just it was an important game. It was important for us to respond as a team, and just wanted to come out here and win. That's all that was really on my mind.
When you have one of these stretches, you have a few days between games, and you get in the gym with Drew, and you're able to work on things. What feels different when you get to the game? Are you just like recalibrating, everything's right, or is it like a mental and confidence thing? Like, what do you feel differently?
I mean, it's just part of it. It's a long season, and you go through stretches where maybe you don't need to change anything, but you just need to get in the gym and see some shots go in and just kind of get your rhythm going. That's where the confidence stems from, all the work that you put in, the muscle memory and things like that. Been doing that my whole life.
Jayson, you've been heavily criticized throughout the year, throughout your career. People have been tough on you. When you hear that, are you've kept your calm? You took the bullet a couple days ago when you talked to us. Are you feel any different over the last few days? Does it change you, or are you more numb to it? Like, what is it that you're doing? Like, what is it that you're doing to keep so cool? Before the game, you're laughing, you're joking. Like, one of the bigger games of your career, not the biggest, but one of them. I mean, what is it that you keep cool? What are you doing?
You understand what comes with being that guy, right? I live a great life. I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot of. I make a lot of money. I take care of my family. I've been able to experience a lot of things. But you also have to accept what comes with that, right? I get a lot of praise. I get a lot of credit. I get a lot of accolades. But I'm not perfect. And there's times where, I've needed to play better. I needed to do more. And, that's what comes with being, that guy. So just understanding that, and it's not, that people don't just criticize me. There's a lot of people that came before me that they criticize, and it's going to be people that, come after me that they criticize. And for me, it's a sense of joy that I play with, right? Coming into a game, with an angry face and mad at the world, that's not who I am. That's not when I play my best. So I always say you got to be the same person when things are going great, and when things aren't going great. You can't switch up. That's it's the character of a good man.
Last question.
Is there a temptation to want to do more, like you just said, like you needed to play better? Is there a temptation to want to do too much, to want to exploit every mismatch, to want to take the kill shot every single time? Like, how do you balance wanting to do more with, oh, we got a pretty good team around us, we can do what we do and do it better and we'll be fine?
Just reading the game. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do, and I know what is needed on each possession in order for us to win. I'm not trying to prove anything or anything like that. Today was just about making sure that we win, however that looks, whatever is needed. And our team is so talented and well put together. It can look different from night to night. You all know that. We've said that a million times, and we've proven that, we can be successful doing that. So each night it just look different, and, as long as we win this time of year, that's all that matters.